peanut butter and chocolate, wine and cheese, coffee and donuts, mint and chocolate, kielbasa and sauerkraut, pretzels and chocolate, John Malkovich and John Cusack. Great tastes that taste great together. Sakura Wars So Long My Love introduces us to another strange combination that somehow, just somehow, manages to work wonders. Dating sim and tactical mecha combat. You not. Want proof? This is actually the 5th in the series, but this New York-based outing is the only one that's made it to the States. The sign of a true piece of WTF. So let's break this down, starting with the crunchy half. In the grand tradition of Tokimeki Memorial, you're a near-silent teenage male protagonist, surrounded by a slew of beautiful women doing anything in your power to get in the good graces of one or more of them. And uncomfortable social situations may arise. Predictable breakdowns in communication will lead to undue dramatic tension, and there may or may not be cross-dressing involved. But it's all in the name of love, and your dream of coalescing this ragtag Broadway theater troupe into a well-oiled cadre of mecha pilots in a steampunkish 1928 New York City. And if I lost any of you in that mountain of strangeness, don't worry, there's combat soon. But you can't just ignore the social aspect of the game. The closer you are to your comrades, the more motivated they will be to fight. Really spread the love around, and that affection will manifest as increased tactical capacity, better performance statistics, and the occasional offer of grudging affection. And it's not all just choose and answer prompts either. Certain events will call for an analog input representing your determination, vocal volume, or some other variable. Others give you a series of inputs to follow within a time limit, with your rate of success determining the outcome. But then a giant robot attacks the Statue of Liberty and you're thrust into combat. And what a combat it is. Here's a gridless tactical scenario driven less by slavish adherence to numbers and more by awesome. Because let's face it, what the hell are things like this doing in 1928? Just chuck any semblance of logic out the window and enjoy it. You've got up to 6 units under your command at any time, each outfitted in their own entertainingly named Star Mobile unit. That blue bar at the bottom of the screen represents that unit's tactical capacity for this turn, each unit representing either a few steps of travel, an attack chainable up to 5 times, a joint attack, or can be expended to replenish SP or assume a defensive posture, values which can be altered by use of a different combat stratagem learned throughout the course of the game. I know, there's quite a lot there. Well, it has to compensate for the fact that you're so rarely in combat. Did I mention you can take to the skies for aerial combat as well? Yeah, that too.
It's the Rumbleland Wheel!
These two sensations are about as far apart as you can get without bringing in John Madden. Yet somehow they managed to coexist in this very unusual game. It's not without flaws though. The Wii version doesn't maintain the original Japanese vocal track, while the special edition PS2 release put each language on its own disc due to space constraints. Perhaps most damning though isn't any particular flaw of the dub itself, rather the vocal performance is quite well acted. It's the mixing of said dub against the equally accomplished background music, or against the explosions in combat, or against anything for that matter. Some program flaws will completely eliminate the sound or make your controller shake wildly for an extended period of time while nothing at all happens on screen, up to 10 seconds at one count. And it's a shame because it serves to mar what is otherwise a well-designed sound palette, full of Gershwin-esque piano refrains and classic roaring 20s string bass. It's like popping a whole peanut butter cup into your mouth, expecting the bliss of intertwined romantic involvement in giant robots, and realizing you left the paper on. Blech.